What is up, everybody? I'm Johnny Martinez, and you are plugged in to Social Plug Media Hump Day Edition, special live edition. We are live for the Shoot the Shit podcast. I got my man JRock, I got my man Kevin Cecil, and I got my gal Samantha Lynn. So you can't see him yet, but we will see him. So let me kind of preface this. Samantha went into the Michael Jackson closet, or Elvis closet, or Prince closet, and she's got the freaking Michael Jackson jacket on with the pearls and there's no lace on there.
No, rhinestones.
Rhinestones, that's what it is. See, my old ass didn't know what that is. You know, I'm not a rhinestone cowboy, but I'm a fan of that jacket.
Thank you.
So Samantha is a musician. She does Americana. She does some country. She does a lot of different music genres. I'm sure you do a little Alanis. We talked about that before.
Yes, I've covered some of her songs.
So some of the things we do on this podcast is we build relationships with our guests. And we like to have them back on from time to time and just shoot the shit like we're doing today. Shoot the poop.
Exactly.
Right? And it's Wednesday. It's hump day. If you're not humping, you should be watching this podcast. And I got my man Kevin Cecil over there. So he's a connoisseur of a lot of different things. So he's decked out in the Corpus Christi Tritons football gear.
Yeah.
All right? So he is the owner, or one of the owners,
Yep.
of the Corpus Christi Tritons down. So it's an arena football league. They're in their second season.
Yep.
Right?
Season. Yep.
So you guys had a hell of a season, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on with you, your venture with that, because not just anybody can own a damn franchise, man.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of
It's
work.
You know, because we like being small business owners, but shit, you're a big business owner.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of fans going into the stadium and investing time, money, and you got everybody involved. And then I got my man JRock. I don't know if my man JRock over there is ready to come on.
Yeah, I'm ready, man.
So JRock, let me kind of introduce JRock.
What is up, man?
Yeah. So let me talk about you for a second, JRock. Before we
you're
show.
gonna talk about me?
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about you, man.
All right.
So we've had
Hopefully
a good
it's
week.
nice things.
We've had not a good week. We've had a great week over at Social Plug Media and CollabSpace Studios, and that's where we're at today. CollabSpace Studios. This is a hub for content creation, for podcasting. So we have several podcast platforms, including the Social Plug Podcast, Kick Rocks. We got something called Double Shots Dugout, which is hosted by Austin Hanna and Coy Lewis. And we have several other podcast platforms that are going to rise up in 2025. So people are watching what we're doing, and they're understanding our value and seeing what podcasting is all about. So podcasting is cool because we're able to get our story out, get our businesses out, get our credibility out, build relationships live on camera like we're going to do today. We already have a relationship, but we're going to double up on that and learn what's going on in your lives for 2024, what you got going on in 2025, maybe some New Year's resolutions, some Christmas traditions, whatever. We're going to find out what's going on. I know you got a upcoming event on the 21st, so we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about you. You're a police officer, so you're a public servant. So big ups, big shout out to you, man.
Appreciate it.
You have our safety and security in mind, including this studio.
Yeah.
We might get into that. Who knows? So this is a random shoot the shit podcast where we talk about anything. Anything goes, man. Mm-hmm. But let me talk about JRock. I started talking about him, and then I kind of alluded to somewhere else. So myself and JRock, mostly JRock here, we got to meet a young man named Fluffy Iglesias. So we got to do a podcast production for Chancla Academy. It's our friend Joe, and he's just starting up his podcast called the Chancla Academy Podcast, and his first guest was Fluffy Iglesias. So we had the opportunity to go out there and meet with those two young men and produce their freaking podcast. So I know we had a show scheduled for Monday, but we said, hey, man, let's do this Wednesday. So here we are.
Yeah.
Humping around, man. So we got to do that, and who knows what's gonna happen with that. But it was an honor meeting him. This dude Fluffy, man, he's been around for a long time. He's a world-renowned, world-famous comedian, and he's real humble, real down to earth.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. He was really cool.
He made us feel like we were at home in his house.
Oh, that's
right?
awesome.
And so he got to shoot the shit with us for a little bit, and that was pretty damn cool, man. I didn't, whenever you meet somebody like that, of that stature and that caliber, you don't know how they're going to react to you. But he was very gracious, and so hopefully we can work more with that combo, and we'll go from there. But JRock produced the show,
Yeah, it was
kicked
awesome,
ass. I need to give this guy a raise in some way, shape, or form.
We'll just do a little hand clap there.
But great job to you, JRock. So what's going on with you?
What's up, man? Yesterday was pretty. Hey, will you fix my camera? Actually, I don't, is it clear there? I feel like it's a little blurry. I might be wrong. Man, it was really cool though, man. To have the opportunity to go out there and really go out there and do some great stuff. There we go. I think
he's
that looks a
looking
little
good
better.
right
There we
there.
go. To go out there to Prestige, man. So it was really cool. I had Chancla Academy on my podcast last Friday. So if you haven't seen the episode, go check it out, YouTube and Spotify. But Kick Rock's podcast for y'all that are not familiar with it. And Chancla was an awesome guest. Got to hang out with him. Got to go see him perform at the Faust Brewery. Shout out to Faust for Josh's Nieto's show. So either way, long story short, chatted with Chancla, loves what we do, and he's just like, man, I got Fluffy on, and I would love for you to produce the show. So I was like, yeah, let's knock it out, man. So like Johnny said, man, Fluffy was a class A act, man. He was awesome, bro. Like down to earth, real cool. Hung out with us for a little bit even after the podcast. Gave us some great stories, which we can share hopefully one day. But man, I mean, he's in San Antonio now, so I'm sure we're gonna see him a lot. So
Oh,
it's
that's
gonna be
awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, heck yeah.
So, guys, welcome aboard. Welcome to the show. You guys are doing a lot of great stuff here in 2024 and beyond. When did I have you on the show last, Samantha?
I think it was before I went on tour.
Is that summer?
Yeah, I know, because I went on tour in June. And
Okay.
so I think you had me on like probably April, May, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had you do a video for me.
Yeah.
You know, and so, yeah, everything's
And
been
the rest
going
is history.
good. Yeah, and so now we're here. Now we're back
Oh,
again,
yeah.
talking about more music and more events and
Yeah.
more touring and,
Yeah.
you know, all of those things.
Hell yeah. I want to talk about this screen behind me. Okay. Can we show that screen?
There we go. Boy.
All right. So you look very angelic in your photo here.
Well,
I
I am
had a
an angel.
Facebook stalk you.
I'm a honky-tonk angel.
Yeah. Honky tonk angel. And
Yeah.
so you look very angelic. You look like, you know, got the wings out and things like that. You got your eyes closed and it looks like you're smiling. And then we got this man here with the, you know, doing the little hang, what's it called? Hang tight.
What's up, dude? Is
What's
that
up? What's
right?
up?
That's the what's up, dude. You know?
So I don't know, evil, angelic, I don't know, but both you guys are badasses, man.
Thank
and,
you. I
appreciate
so
it. Thank you.
this is what I found on Facebook, and I'm sticking to it. But thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Hell yeah! And when did I have you on, Kevin?
It was
Beginning of the season last year.
Yeah,
right?
beginning of the season
Before
last
the
year.
season
February,
started?
Yeah.
January.
Yeah.
about January, February, somewhere around then.
Yeah.
Because you guys were still at that other place off of 306.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Big shout out to Greenleaf.
Yeah, there you go.
We were in the Greenleaf studio for a while, and I think I got them on MB Party House now. So they've added MB Party House, which is a golf simulation system. They got like 6 different golf simulators in there, and it's a great place to have parties, Christmas parties, the Super Bowl parties. I'm sure they're gonna have a Super Bowl party in there, but they do golf simulation.
awesome.
I'm not a golfer, man. I like driving around in the damn golf cart and drinking booze. But Michael Mann out there and Yvonne and Jordan Ramirez, they're doing a hell of a job. So thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys. So I don't know who to start with first, man. Let's talk about you.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about this hoedown that you got going on.
Small town holiday hoedown.
When I think of a hoedown, I think of like some dudes just dancing around with boots and, you know, like clogs or tap dancing. or
Yeah,
something.
well, yes, so it's going to be in Luling, Texas. So I guess, so I'm from a small town.
Okay.
I'm a small town girl. I was raised here in Central Texas. Of course, my dad was in the Air Force for
Yeah.
24 years. Y'all know that. So I was born in Germany, grew up all over the place. But, you know, even living on military bases, it's still a small community.
Yeah.
Like a small town. And so I've always had these small town vibes. And now that I'm doing well in life, I want to be able to share my success and share my energy with everyone.
Yeah.
And so I've gotten a couple sponsors and some people together, and we're going to throw a big party, a Christmas party, not just for us and our businesses, but for the whole community.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's going to be really cool. We got, it's going to be at the Killing Room in Luling, Texas. It's a brand new listening room.
That's off of
and
I-10.
venue.
on the
yes,
way
you
to
go
the
on-
other Buc-ee's.
Yes. So actually, yeah, the other Buc-ee's.
It's right there, right? It's
Yeah.
It's where the other Buc-ee's
It's
is.
the other Buc-ee's. Yeah.
The small Buc-ee's. Or I think they're
actually bigger.
gonna make
but
it
we're
bigger.
not going to promote that.
No, hell no.
Yeah, no. So I'll be performing with my full band. I'll be performing my entire album that I've been working on over at the London Bridge Studio. And then we're going to have the Chubby Knuckle Choir. They're out of Bastrop. They've played all over Austin, Central Texas. They're going to be performing, and we're doing a live video for them, too. So I really want everyone to come out, dress up. Meshed Up Productions will be running the sound.
How should we dress up?
Like how I am, get on
Some
something
boots?
nice.
'Cause it's-
get on your boots.
it's called a hoedown,
these
right?
boots, yeah, these are hoedown. These boots are from Republic Boot Company over out of Houston.
Because if
So-
it's called a hoedown, some people might think dress differently.
oh, it's not that kind of hoedown.
See, because hoedown meant
It's not the
something
hoochie
different
hoedown.
when I was a kid. When I was growing up as a teenager and youngster in San Antonio, on the south side of San Antonio,
You say hoedown, that means something
was
else?
fiesta or something else. I mean, just to me.
Yeah.
Or maybe my mind is just so damn corrupt
Yeah,
that I'm thinking,
you obviously
maybe
exactly
I'm,
what it
I'm
is.
the
You're
damn
from the small
problem.
town.
Yeah. See, small town hoedown means something else, and a big town.
Yeah. It's kind of like an event where everyone kind of gets together, has a good time. There's
love
like
that.
folk country music,
I love that.
we do that kind of thing. So I'm real excited to share a bunch of music. We are going to have also Fancy and the Fortunate Sons from San Antonio coming in. And then the Killing Room, they've been running their
Okay.
a songwriter night there every other Tuesday. And so the owner, Dan, got some of his favorite people and some of the folks who have helped really develop that songwriter night there at the Killing Room to come out, and they're going to open up the show for us and doing a song swap. So I'm
Okay.
real excited. There's going to be so much talent, from touring musicians to, classic Texas staples
Right.
to just your locals and upcoming people who are working on their craft. So it's a nice
So-
night to celebrate everyone in the community and kind of all the different types of musicians and artists that we can bring together.
I like that. So a song swap. So let's just say I was a writer and singer, and you're a writer and singer.
Mm-hmm.
I sing your song, you sing mine.
Well, I sing my own song, you sing your own song, and then
So how is that a swap?
because
Oh,
I'm
we're just
singing a
going back
song,
and
then we're
forth.
going back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have.
I'm thinking differently because that would be cool.
No, and I have done
If
that.
I
before,
can sing
too.
your song and you can sing mine.
Yeah. I know some people have doing compilation CDs where
Okay.
they'll pick an artist and then they'll all take turns covering that same artist.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of also along the same lines
Yeah.
of what you're
Yeah.
talking
Maybe
about.
we just came up with something here.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah. See what happens?
You're gonna be
Yeah.
a music promoter.
I'm gonna be a
now,
music
Johnny?
producer, music promoter.
There you go. Hey,
I've
join
thought
the
about
club,
that
man.
kind of
Join
stuff.
the club. Yeah, but
So-
I have a good time doing all that kind of things, helping curating shows and.
We can get
Putting things
deep
together.
or knee deep in the weeds on that event.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been doing promotions and events and traveling for a little bit now.
Yes. I started Ripe Honey Records about 3 years ago, I think. Or it'll be 3 years on July 27th.
Yeah.
And then from there, I got the DBA, and I also started the Loud Parlor. I had this great idea to give myself a record and vintage boutique for my birthday.
Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah. So you like the old records?
Oh, I love them. Yeah.
Do you still listen to 8-tracks or anything like that?
No, I don't listen to 8-tracks, but I listen to my vinyl.
Did you have an 8-track?
I did,
You're still
actually.
young.
No, well, I didn't. I mean, obviously, I got it from a thrift store.
Okay.
It wasn't like, oh, it was mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know a few things about 8-tracks.
I mean, it's yours now. You have it.
Yeah, it's mine.
So it's
I
yours
have
now.
an 8-track.
I remember growing up, and so when VCRs and DVDs and all that, if you had like one of those, remember those big discs, the big, they were kind of gold, forget what it's called, but you were big time, you were rich if you had the big old CD that you put into the player.
Oh, I remember the first time we.
Yeah,
got
what's
the
that
CD
called?
player.
God, what's that called? The old school disc. It's like a CD, but it's a large one. It looks like a record.
Yeah, I know exactly what.
Benjamin,
you're
help
talking
us out, Ben. I know you're on live.
Ben
stream.
Marungo.
Ben
about.
Marungo, help us out.
Yeah,
So
I
Ben
remember.
Marungo says it's party time in Luling.
Yes, it is.
I've never thought of Luling as being a party town or having anything
It's
to do
the
with party.
first time they're having so I'm not saying they have the watermelon though.
Yeah, I was about to
so
say
you
the
know
watermelon
they
thing.
party every
Okay.
year, but I want to bring another party.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So you know what I mean. And the thing is, like, I could do this in a lot of small towns. It could be something that's done.
Girl,
all
you're a
over.
game changer.
I am, right?
You're a pioneer. So
I like to just do whatever I want, and I don't ask questions,
Yeah.
and I
Sounds
don't
like-
ask for permission.
Sounds
I
like a
just-
lot of us though too,
you know?
right? We get to live this life where we get to do what we want and
Yeah.
love and find ways to live through our passions, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
I worked hard to be able to get to this point to where now I just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Which is working out well for me, so.
So I got that flyer real quick. You want to
got-
show
yeah,
the
yeah,
flyer
let's-
real
let's-
quick?
let's show
Johnny? All right, so here we go. Here's that flyer there.
it's got all the details on it. So I'll let you explain it.
Yes. So that is the Small Town Holiday Hoedown. I designed that and curated the lineup. It's sponsored by Hometown Meat Market. They're going to come out. They've donated a lot of fabulous meat. If you don't know anything about meat or anything, I've never been to a meat market, I highly suggest you to go check them out instead of just going to HEB. Because we have Granzines in town, but there's also so many other places where you can get really quality, amazing meat. And so I really want to showcase them and showcase their product. And so we're having a catering company put together all of the, a bunch of street tacos for everyone.
Heck
So
yeah.
we'll have them there until supplies last. Celis Beer Company, or Celis Brewery out of Austin, Texas, they've donated tons of beer for our event, so they're going to be there. And then I also have Wild Gins. They're a Texas gin brand and distillery, and they're going to be showcasing their gin at the event too. They're bringing a big batch cocktail, so
Hell
we're
yeah.
excited to show that. And then, like I said, it's going to be at the Killing Room. And then my Record and Vintage Boutique will be giving out raffle prizes, records, posters, things like that throughout the night. So whenever you get you get your ticket on Eventbrite, RSVP, just like you would a normal show, except you don't have to pay for anything. This show is free. All we ask is that you get your ticket, 21 and up, and then you'll get a raffle ticket. You get to come in, enjoy some alcohol, some beer,
Some meat.
some music, and everything that I do. And for people who know me well, everything, when I curate my events and my shows, it is 100% Texas. Like every sponsor is from Texas. Everything, the musicians are all Texas. I really like to keep things in-house. And when I say house, I mean Texas,
Yeah.
you know.
Heck yeah.
All my exes live in Texas.
Yeah, mine too. That's why I go to Washington and Gulf Coast and I get out of here.
Get the hell out of here.
Nobody knows you. So let's
Yeah.
talk to this man, and we're going to kind of go back and forth. Or with this is four of us chatting. here.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
chat.
So let's talk about you a little bit. So hey, Samantha, great stuff, and we'll touch on that here in a bit. But my man Kevin, like I said earlier and said it before, not just anybody can own a football franchise.
Yeah.
Right.
It's amazing.
So how did you guys do last year? For those that don't follow the Corpus Christi Tritons.
We did good in the league that we were in. It was a bumpy road with everything you get into, right? It's a bumpy road. We did really well. We went to the championship game. We ended up losing that game, but we made it, right? For a first-year team to go to a championship game, it's kind of unheard of for most places or most entities or organizations, team-wise. So it was good, and then obviously season ended. We had to figure out what we're going to do. We won a second season. We had to figure out, okay, are we going to stay in this league? What's going on with that league? Are we going to go into a new league? Like, what's going to happen, right? So a lot of planning goes behind closed doors when you have a team. On the operational side of things, are you keeping your coaching staff? Are you keeping your front office staff? Are you cutting people? Are you bringing on new people? What's the funding going to look like financially? You got to meet with the arena, make sure, hey, how did last season go? What did we do good? What did we do wrong? What can we fix to make it better going into the new season? Can we get additions to the arena, like field suites, just different things, right? I mean, if people don't know the history of arena football in Corpus Christi, it's been burned one too many times, right? So a lot of people tell me, to this day, I would never show my face in that city, try to bring back arena football, just for the simple fact that it's been burned one too many times. But everything that I've been doing with my ownership group, with my guys, I mean, we're one big family, right? So we've proved ourselves in that aspect. I mean, we've had people like, hey, you guys coming back? When our tryouts? Are you guys keeping some players? I like to keep the buzz going and keep them guessing. I don't like throwing everything out there.
Yeah.
So it's been good. It's been real good.
That's awesome, man. If there was one thing you can do, like you can add or change from this past season, what is it that y'all would do?
It would be, for us, I guess it would be adding more employees like to the game day operations, to making sure that we're on, because everything you do, like if you watch the other teams play, like on their media timeouts, they have games going on media timeouts, right? They have like an MC talking up to the, hyping up the crowd. They've got stuff going on.
Gotcha. Johnny's hiring. I mean, he can go out there.
We know some hype people. And if you need a good water boy, I got JRock
There
here
you
too.
go. I could be the best water boy out there.
I got both y'all.
You're the cutest water boy. I love that idea.
Water boy, you're fired.
You get fired on my day off, man. Like, already.
So you need like hype people, like people doing the
like the T-shirt cannon,
the
right?
cannons
Yeah,
and
stuff
all
like
that kind
that.
of stuff.
It's we're so in the league that we're in now in the AF1, right?
Yeah.
It's a revamp from the Arena Football League last season, right? We all watched that season go down into shambles. Everybody that's in this new ownership group from Jerry Kurz, he's got, I mean, don't shoot me down, Mr. Kurz, but I think he's got like 3 or 4 decades of arena football history behind him. He was basically, or he is basically the original godfather of arena football back then. We have Jeff Fisher, who was a Super Bowl winning head coach.
Rams coach, I remember Jeff Fisher. Yep.
He also coached the Tennessee Titans. He came
Wow.
in
That's awesome.
last year for Nashville Cats as I think like their GM operating partner, and now he's like the league commissioner.
Heck
So
yeah.
like everything going on with this league now, 9-day difference. Like they're strict, they're structured, they know what they want. Everything is under the wraps unless they announce it, then we announce it on social media. It's for the better of the league, right? So when we had our downfall in that one league, it was just like, well, damn, what do we do?
Yeah.
It's like, do we go independent? Do we just fold? Do we close up shop? Like we know we can't go dormancy. Like that's just not a thing.
Yeah, you got to find other avenues.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So we ended up going that route, and I mean, it's been nothing but great. It's been best. I mean, I like them. I like everything that league's been doing for us. They like everything that we've been doing for us or doing for them. It's just been great all around.
So I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
How's the community accepting y'all, man?
Oh, great.
Corpus Christi. Everybody's
Dude,
taking
yeah.
it
Oh,
up
yeah,
there.
man. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than what it was. I mean, at first it was when I first got going, right? Because I went down. I didn't know you need like an LLC, a DBA. You need to have stuff that people can tell you who you are. And I'm like, hey, I'm Kevin Cecil. I'm the new owner for Tritons Arena Football. Oh, nice. Another arena football team. Good luck. And I'm like, what?
So get the hell out of here.
Yeah. It's like, wait, what? And then people are like, oh, well, you need to go talk to this other sports entity and see what they're doing different. I'm like, well, hold on. You can't compare apples to oranges. It doesn't work that way. Like it's one different thing from, like, I get it. We share the same arena, the same building, but it's completely different. Right. So a lot of marketing, man. It was the biggest thing was marketing, building that community trust, building that fan base. We weren't out there. We didn't have the funding to do billboards, right? To do really radio spots, to news channels. Like we had something. It was because we got invited to do it. So now it's just, even with that downfall we had with that one league that we were in, I thought we were going to lose fan base, right? I thought it was like, damn, here it goes. It's going into shambles. Like, here come the critiques,
Yeah.
But no, everybody's like, man, we stand behind you guys 110%. Wherever you guys go, we're going to go and follow. We're here for you guys. It's just the way we engage in the community, right? With the kids to nonprofit organizations. We showed who we were and what we were all about. That's what kept our fan base going. And still keeps it going to this
That's
day.
awesome.
And what about Anthony Silva, man? Did he kick some butt as a mascot? and all
Oh,
that
dude,
good
he
stuff?
did. Oh, yeah.
I love Anthony, man.
Having him in our mascot uniform was phenomenal because he knew the arena, right? It's not throwing somebody in. So if nobody knows Anthony Silva is the Ice Ray, the Stingray, right?
Yeah.
The Ice Ray's mascot. He knows that arena like the back of his hand. So him walking, I'm like, hey, Anthony, do you need it? He's like, no, we're good. I got it. We're good. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
He would walk the steps. He knows that arena, right? Like the fan interaction, getting there early, taking pictures with the kids and stuff like that. It was great.
Such great with the kids, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Shout out to Anthony. I did tag you, man. I hope you're doing well. I know you just got out of the hospital a couple of weeks ago, if not, a little bit later. But he was a referee for my wrestling company, and we got to treat him as if he was almost like a character as a wrestler, And it was cool the way he worked with everybody. But really respectful, man. Love him. He's on the radio, and I'm not sure if he's back on the radio yet. But
I don't think he's back on the radio.
He's not back on the radio.
I think he's
right?
just spending time with the family now.
Yeah, that's good, man. So just shout out to him, man. I've known him for a good while, but I know he made a big difference. He always does with this stuff. So that's
does.
awesome, man.
I even asked him if he's ready, when he's ready, if he would come back. He said absolutely he'll
That's
come back.
awesome,
I was like,
man.
hell yeah, we'll take that.
He's a good dude, bro. Heck yeah.
So what's cool about these live sessions is we get to engage with the audience, and the audience gets to engage with us. So I'm going to give a shout out to some people here. We got MB Party House, Big Ben Marungo, Bad Boy Ben, He said, "What's up, guys?" We got Coy Lewis, who is also a co-host of one of our podcast platforms, the Double Shots Dugout. He's doing a phenomenal job, him and Austin Hanna. And we got Andre. Andre is also one of our teammates here, Andre Blissett.
He's on the Kick Rocks podcast.
Kick Rocks podcast, and he's a hell of a musician. He plays some Purple Rain and some Phil Collins in the Air of the Night. And then we got some Tritons football watching.
Yeah.
He said, Tritons up. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
And your boy, Alejo Scarion.
My boy Alex.
He says, I'd work for you, broski. Take us back to them old days. Yeah. So let's talk about those old days. What are you guys talking about?
So when we all grow up, we all have to get a job somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Well, I tagged into Dairy Queen, so call me the Blizzard King, man.
There you go.
Did you flip it over?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did you ever have one drop? I've never seen one drop before.
No, unfortunately, I've never had one drop, so we're good. But I know if they have one drop out of the cup, like they have to remake you one for free.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a refund. They got to make you one free. So back then, me and Alex, we had like our crew working at Dairy Queen.
That's
back
what's
then,
up,
it
man.
was fun. Fun days.
Nice.
How would you bring that connection into Tritons? Like, let's just be funny with this. What would y'all do now? Would y'all serve ice cream there?
Man,
As a
you know
crew?
what? Yeah, you know what? If the arena would let us and give us like a little spot to do it, I would try to go back and see if I can remember how to do it.
Bring back the old days,
Bring
man.
back the old days.
Heck yeah. So, man, I'm excited about the next season, man. I apologize we couldn't make it out, man.
you're
But
good.
I know for sure you're coming back, and
Yeah.
we'll definitely do our best to make it out there. But how you enjoying football right now, though, man? You enjoying like the NFL right now? Who's your team as well?
Oh man, my
I don't
team
think I
is
ever asked
garbage,
you that.
man. My team is garbage. I don't even want to bring that up for discussion.
Cowboys?
Is it
Yeah,
Cowboys?
Cowboys, man. Heartbreak,
Johnny
man.
said
I already knew.
Cowboys?
You said garbage. I said Cowboys.
Yeah. All this money that they spend on these players, and then it's the control aspect of Jerry Jones. Like he just controls everything. Like
Jerry's
going
to make money regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I mean, shit, he sold out the damn stadium with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
Any way he can make money, he's gonna make money. Even like tours, right? So I found out that when they do tours up at the Star in Frisco,
Mm-hmm.
when the players are like working out and actually like working out like in weight room or whatever,
Oh,
they
yeah.
let these people go like right close by and it like distracts them. I'm like, what? Like,
One of the players said that he felt like he was a zoo animal because
Yeah.
they're there banging on the windows, trying to
Yeah.
get their attention while they're working out and stuff. So it's a
Oh,
little,
wow.
it's a little scary, right? Thinking that that's what I don't know. I don't think I could. I mean,
you're there to work.
Yeah.
Like you're there to win a team, like a championship, right? Like every team talks about it. Every player, every ownership talks about winning a championship, right? Like for us, we always said, starting off, like, man, we would love to make it to the championship. If we could win the championship in the first season, that'll
Yeah.
fucking just throw it through a roof, right? You're like, who imagined a first-year team coming from very little to nothing, making its way through, beating teams, made it to the championship, and like actually beat. So the team that we played was the Columbus Lions. Great organization, great team. They're like a 19-year vetted team. We knew it was going to be one of those battles, right? We knew we had to go in there and really fight and make it. And we had a lot of costly mistakes. And with those mistakes, it obviously cost that victory for them to win. It didn't look good for us. But we learned, right? We learned from those L's, right? You take those L's as losses, you put them into lessons, you learn from them, move on, right? Like my coaches always say, you can't cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. That's the past.
get a straw, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a straw.
Yeah. You gotta move on, right? You gotta move forward. So being in this league in the AF1, man, Arena Football 1, it's great. So but the league just finalized a deal with Vice TV, Vice Sports.
Oh, heck yeah.
So
Oh, that's
that'll be
awesome.
that'll be
Yeah.
Sunday nights. So
Heck
every
yeah.
Sunday night, they'll be hosting that live. I know they got a couple other networks in the mix. I can't speak on those because they're still being worked on. But this league is moving, man. It's moving.
That's
so
awesome, bro.
we got a lot of stuff we got to do on our end to basically fix and meet the par, right? Where like we got to meet their standards to make it where we want to be.
Yeah.
Okay. We had to get a one of those. What did you call them? Bazooka. The shirts.
T-shirt
The
cannons.
t-shirt cannons, and
Yeah.
we
Art,
slap
yeah.
some social plug media stickers on that bad boy, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, we need one in here, man, to be shooting at our guests. Yeah. So I want to make sure that we can, and music collaborates with everything.
Oh, yeah.
Football and music. All right. So
Star
when
Spangled Banner.
So when I was driving here, Star Spangled Banner, and one of our, glad you said that, we had Val T. Webb, one of our guests. So she was on The
Yes,
Voice,
The Voice, yeah.
recently. I think last year, and she had a phenomenal time. It changed her life. So she got to sing at the Spurs game the other night.
Nice.
And she posted it, and I was like, "Holy cow! Look at Val T. Webb." And she's from Mobile, Alabama, I believe, but she lives in New Braunfels now. So a lot of cool stuff's happening in New Braunfels. Although
yeah.
you work in Corpus with the Tritons, you live in this area.
Yeah.
Same with you. You travel to Washington and all these other places, but you live in this area.
Yes, my business or my record label that I created is based out of Texas. It's a Texas record label,
Yeah.
but it is franchised. And that's why we're able to sell music and things all over the place. And I put on shows, even in other cities that aren't advertised here.
Have you ever sang the Star Spangled Banner at any event?
Yes, I have several events. The funnest one, was the Happy Cow used to have belt sanding races, and it's
Belt
like
sanding.
Yeah, like belt sanders. And one time,
Wait,
that was
hold on. Don't just move on with it. What the hell's this belt sanding
You have to
shit?
like touch
You
base on
can't
it.
just say a weird ass thing like that and walk away from
I was
that.
talking about my weirdest experience
do-
with the
doing
belt
something like
with
this?
the Star Spangled Banner.
Okay.
I've sang it at a bunch of events, but the most interesting one was at the Happy Cow for a belt sanding races.
Yeah, but what is
So,
that
but
though?
that's
Yeah,
that's what I
People
mean.
get
What
a
is it?
belt sander
Uh-huh.
and they race them like they.
So what is a?
Mess
I'm
with
looking
them?
this shit up. What
Yeah,
is a
look
Yeah,
belt
it
you
up.
have to look it up. It's a real thing. They do a whole competition in Vegas and everything.
That's almost like
yearly.
the chicken shit.
And yes, it's
thing.
some. It's.
You heard of that?
Yeah.
chicken shit?
Of all
Bingo.
the-
Yeah,
so
chicken- yeah.
I've done sporting events in
It's a
for
belt sander. Is that what you
schools,
said?
churches, all kinds of,
Yeah.
of different events. But look up a
Dude,
belt.
there's some
sanding
weird
race.
shit going on. You got armadillo races.
Yeah, I just did a video
So-
for armadillo.
You got
races.
wiener
Yeah,
races.
See, you see,
Belt
it's not
sander-
that odd.
belt
It's
sanding
not that odd.
races.
Belt sanding races. They pulled me out to do
Chicken
that. So
shit
that was the
bingo.
most interesting one.
What other weird shit is going on?
I got all kinds of stuff.
Dude, look at this shit real quick.
All right, let's.
See.
Our viewers can't see it right now, but I mean,
Yeah, you guys
This is
tune in.
crazy.
And you know what's so funny? Because I've seen a couple of these belt sanding races where these people, they race their belt. They'll put little teddy bears or little icons on top of them,
Yeah.
and race them down. It's
What
kind of
the
it's a whole thing, and it's like a real
Is this a lifestyle?
competition.
Like-
I have
Are
no
you kidding
look.
me?
I'm just talking about the Star Spangled Banner.
Okay,
It was an honor
Tell me
and
why
pleasure.
that feels like it's like a rodeo type of style, right? Like the way they were doing it, and like the
Yeah.
backdrop looked like they're at like a rodeo or some type of fair.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So Ben Maringo here says it's a sander that's belt driven.
that is
Yeah.
crazy though, bro. Let me
They-
see.
you
I'm
didn't
gonna
know
bring
they
this
race
on.
them?
I'm gonna bring.
I've
this
been
on.
around a
This-
long
oh,
time
no,
in
no,
life,
go back.
right? I've never heard of that shit, and I've heard a lot of weird shit.
Yeah.
Never heard of
Well,
that.
I do a lot of weird stuff, so
Yeah.
that was one.
All
That
right,
was
here we
one.
go, people. I'm
thing
gonna
of
show you
the,
now. Here we go. So they're like literally, yeah, they're like racing these things. That is so crazy, yo. That is crazy. Man, all right. Well, I guess I gotta skip my sanding.
So
race.
Samantha,
Yeah.
you just said you talked yourself into this. You said you do a lot of weird things. What kind of weird stuff do you do?
Well, I do like. Well, let's see.
Can we say anything
Yeah,
on the air?
I'm a master hula hooper. Like
You're a
have
master
you ever been
hula-
like a master
Yeah.
of hula hooping? I could do all those crazy tricks and
On
everything.
your arms and neck and
arms,
legs?
neck, 2 or 3 of them,
Okay.
and I do all these weird. Like I could, yeah. If you've ever seen me with a hula hoop, it gets weird. Yeah.
Shit, we should have brought one in. Or you
We'll
should have
do
brought
that.
one
We'll
in.
do. You know what? We'll do a summer show, a summer segment next summer, and I'll do a hula hoop demonstration. We
If
can
we
get
can
a
get
whole
one of
bunch
our
of
view-
ladies,
yeah.
and we'll all do hula hooping.
If we can get one of our local viewers to bring a hula hoop to the studio,
That'd be
I'll buy
awesome.
you a breakfast shot over at Oyster Bar.
Right now. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got party tricks.
Yeah. Oh,
Bring
yeah.
it.
Hey, that's a whole nother
I
segment.
can sing at belt standing races. I can hula hoop
Armadillo
for
races,
You. Yeah.
all that stuff.
I've always wanted my own armadillo. I've always wanted a pet armadillo.
They're weird looking, but
Yeah.
they're kind of cool looking. They got a
Yeah.
hard ass shell. They got the
I
pointy
think they're
ears.
really cute.
Aren't those the ones that have like leprosy or something, right?
Yeah, they have something like you can't
Like
just.
some kind of yeah. You
You
can't.
you
can't
can't
have
just have a
one.
regular
Yeah.
You
one.
can't
yeah.
just
you
have
can't just pick one
one?
up.
It's not like a
No.
turtle. You can't just have one.
No.
And I always see them on the side of the road crushed. Rest
I
in
mean-
peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, armadillos.
I was like,
right?
geez.
But
Yeah. This conversation is going
We-
really
we
sad
went from
really
one-
quick.
I'm not trying to be morbid. But
Crushing
yeah,
them now.
yeah. So what's the weirdest shit you do, Kevin? I know you're over there texting.
I don't even know. Man.
Probably texting. That's probably what they.
Yeah, that's probably the weirdest thing. I don't even know. I can't compete to that hula hooping around
No.
the necks and stuff like that. That's a different style right there.
So music and football.
Yeah.
All right. Halftime of the Super Bowl.
Heck yeah.
Have you been asked
Exactly.
to perform at halftime of the Super Bowl before?
No.
All right, maybe.
But
Hey,
we'll get there.
hopefully after this
probably.
podcast, somebody
Yeah.
might be calling you.
After that, exactly. The Super Bowl for belt sanding,
Yeah.
for
There
you go.
hamster
There you
racing.
go.
They're going to
Yeah.
call me and be like, we found her.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it goes the same with like arena football, right? I mean, any kind of
Yeah.
sports event you have, like even with the hooks. I mean, if you reach out to that organization or any organization, and you're like,
Yeah,
hey,
we
do you
should
have,
do a concert series.
Yeah.
Bring different artists out.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
do something like the beginning, like the Star Spangled Banner, right, with the flags and stuff. I know we are trying to work on something to do like an after party. I know that's something that we wanted to
Yeah.
do at last season, right? Have like a concert afterwards. That's we were trying to spun up. Because the biggest thing was trying to get a stage to come down. Because really the way it works after the game is the fans have 30 minutes to get on the field and interact with ownership, players, get pictures, autographs with the cheerleaders, the mascot, right? And that takes a lot. And then, or if we do a concert, it's kind of like, okay, cool, we can do that, but how fast can we get the stage down from, the rafters? How fast can we
you'd
get it
have to
set
get a
up?
production company to
Yeah,
come set up a stage.
there's a lot of extra.
Are
stuff
you
that
allowed to
comes with it.
drive on the field at all?
Yeah, so it depends.
Okay.
Like I
'Cause
know
there's stages where you can just drive on. I mean, they're on a trailer.
Yeah.
You can just
So
drive 'em
so the
in,
biggest
yeah.
thing, so like with the rodeo in San Antonio, right? It's all dirt, right? It's all dirt ramp. They don't have the hockey team anymore, but we have to keep into consideration down in Corpus. They have the ice race. So there's been a couple of games that we've played actually on top of the ice. So the arena's like freaking cold.
Wow.
Like you can walk in through the doors, the bay doors in the back, the garage doors, and you can already feel like just how cold it is. Yeah, it's
Dang.
stupid
Wow.
cold.
So they have a hockey team.
Yeah. So we have to take a lot of things in consideration, right? We also have to like bypass it. Not really bypass it, but we have to talk to management and see like, hey, can we do it? If so, where can we do it at? How can we do it? What's the extra cost for it? Because everything comes with a price because it's the manning, it's the equipment, it's all the bells and whistles. But if it's something like in the beginning, like pregame where you do the Star Spangled Banner, stuff like that, just reach out to an organization. If they say, yeah. I mean, like for us, we're always going to have openings for stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not going to have one locked in every time because everybody can't make it every game. So it's always somebody different. I know we had one of our investors' daughter do it. I know we had another, like a little child, I think she was like 8 years old or 10 years old. She did it. She did a great job.
Nice.
We always have our guys run out. And the cool thing is when you do it, like you'll be either in between both sides of like both players, like both teams, or you'll be behind them, but you'll be facing the American flag. Like when we did it we had a kid come down for the military night, and we actually had the flag being like brought down from the rafters, and he was playing the Star Spangled Banner with his guitar.
Dang.
That's
It was
awesome.
bad. It was badass.
That's
It was
awesome.
It was
No
badass. So
shit.
yeah,
Pull a steam.
and then like media timeouts, right? Like like again, music, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like the NFL or basketball. You hear the DJs playing music, stuff like that too. Obviously, a lot of these DJs they have to have a specific licensing so they can play that music. Because like with us on our YouTube, when we live streaming those games after it was done, it was like a copyright issue,
yeah,
right?
you
So
get a
we had to like go
copyright.
back and we had to like edit a lot of the music out.
That sucks, man.
So like you'll be watching a little bit of it and like there's complete silence. You're like, well, what's this?
What
Like, I'm
happened?
not here. Yeah.
Yeah, you
know,
gotta, especially a lot of, I watch a lot of YouTube DJs. What they do is they'll get a beat, but then they'll use the words
Yeah.
from the song or vice versa, so that way they don't get copyrighted. So it's pretty, that does suck though, especially if you're trying to stream through YouTube too. So
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to one of our friends. Tammy Solis turned 23 today.
Happy
23.
birthday.
23 years old.
She's
Happy
23
birthday.
today.
Yeah. So she just started drinking a
Dang.
couple of years ago.
Right?
And
She's a pro at it. She's a pro at it. She
She's
does
the
pretty damn
CEO
good.
of Social House Media here in New
Nice.
Braunfels. So they do a phenomenal job with content
love you,
creation.
Tammy.
She has a great staff that loves her dearly.
Yeah, she's awesome.
They commend her, and that tells a lot about Tammy's leadership and her role as the owner of the company.
Yeah,
So
she
big
does
kudos out to you, Tammy. I know she had
She'll be on the Kick
a
Rocks
pub
podcast.
crawl.
Yeah, she
this
did.
past
man.
weekend.
Yeah,
and-
sorry I didn't make it, Tammy. I was sick, man. I was not gonna be able to last that. All the alcohol that your 23-year-old body can take.
Yeah. Our man Andre Blissett said that Samantha can dance for 3 hours straight.
Oh, I was a flag girl for one of his shows one time.
A flag girl?
Fly girl.
Fly girl.
You know, like J-Lo.
Kinda like
in
J-Lo
Living Color.
in
Like
Living
I
Color.
just wanted to dance, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll come show
So
up."
3 hours straight. What were you?
The
were
whole
you like-
show,
you doing-
I just danced. That's all I did. I just danced up there in a dress. That's
Really?
all. Yeah, I'm not joking. I told you I do weird stuff.
Was that after you had left here that one time?
That was here. No, that was before.
Because I know y'all hung out after.
This was way before.
this was
that.
after our
This was at Fry Height. This was like during COVID, and so we.
Did you have a mask on?
No, I came just like this.
Against the grain.
Yeah. Well, I was on stage, so we had a lot of space.
Yeah.
You know.
So,
Was I supposed to wear a mask?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
We won't talk about it.
Hey, so what? I gotta want to bring up something. What do y'all, what do y'all think about these damn drones flying around? You know what I mean? I've been every day. There's something new that's coming out. Yesterday I was doing a little bit of studying on it, and the government knows what the fuck is going on. What do y'all think? What do you think they're doing?
I think it's Tammy Solis's team doing some content creation. Yeah, they're creating content with some flyovers.
That's awesome. Go
Did
Tammy.
you see that they arrested the guy in New Jersey for attempting to shoot down a drone?
Yeah, dude, I saw that video too, man.
Did?
Yeah,
I think it's some kind of freaking cover-up, man. How does the government not know about that shit?
I think they do know.
Who
that.
owns
They do know.
whose
They-
drones
they're not
are
gonna
I think
say
it's
nothing.
them.
Yeah, they know. They're not going to
it's
say
them.
nothing.
Yeah.
They're probably
same
buying the
thing.
information from him. So.
Yeah, I think it's something that, well, apparently something was lost. Some type of nuclear something was lost.
Yeah, but in
So
New
they're-
Jersey? Out of
How
all
do you
places?
lose something
Well, there's a lot of shit in New
nuclear?
Jersey.
Yeah.
I mean, there is.
How do you
but-
lose track of something nuclear? How do you lose
Yeah, so
that?
these drones are apparently looking for it, and that's why every night they're waiting to see, I guess, something. I don't know
Is
if
it
it's
gonna
type of
glow?
shipments. I mean,
does it
the
do?
drones are glowing like hell. They want them to show. Like,
I've seen
know?
this. Have you seen the self-driving cars
oh yeah,
in
yeah,
Austin? All
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, those are
I
crazy,
almost
too.
hit one of those the other day with my truck, and I
Did it honk
wasn't
at
my
you?
fault.
Like, get the hell out of the way, lady.
I honked at it, and I
Was it
realized there was
driverless?
nobody in there. No, there was nobody driving it. I was like, no wonder that thing almost hit me.
Imagine getting into an accident with one of those cars.
Yeah,
You'd
who
have no
caused
one
the
to
accident?
yell at.
Sue the
You know,
freaking crap out
I
of
can't
somebody.
even raise my finger and be like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah." I can't even fuss at anybody.
So
That's
drones.
crazy.
So it's weird. I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I watch some of these media outlets and not YouTube. TikTok is a big media outlet
Yeah.
now. I mean, let's just keep it real.
Are we
Enjoy it while it's gone.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it
Before it's
going
gone.
Yeah.
somewhere? Aren't they
Well,
doing
I don't know. I think that's still up in the air.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Because I think Donald Trump likes TikTok. Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
Elon
that was
Musk.
like
I don't
his
know.
biggest-
He likes anything he could put his face on.
Yes.
I think the U.S. itself doesn't like TikTok because, I mean, obviously it's ran elsewhere.
But Chinese and
Yeah.
is infiltrating
and,
our
and they don't give a
systems.
fuck. They're letting us release all this information as we want. I mean, if everybody right now, if you're paying attention to Diddy and Jay-Z, a lot of people's information are coming from TikTok,
Yeah.
which is really not good in a way. But
Yeah.
it's allowing us to kind of be free. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's why the U.S. isn't happy with it.
If TikTok goes away, I'm gonna save a shitload of money. Because my wife and kids buy dumb shit off of TikTok shop. So I'm gonna save a shitload of money.
They were sending those links out too. They want you to spend money.
Yeah.
Bro. Everybody's
From
sending
that
those links
brush,
out.
that cleans the shower to stupid pickle things that these women eat. These influencers now. Now Tammy knows about this stuff.
Yeah.
It's user generated marketing or something like that.
Wow.
Where let's just say you say, oh, hey, I love Blockbuster Video, whatever. You know,
I
and
did.
then
I love
Blockbuster
these
Video hires you to market their shit, right? So these big corporate companies are smart now. They're like, I'm not going to pay millions of dollars to put a commercial out.
Just hire
I'm
this
just
guy.
going to hire Samantha and Kevin Cecil to talk about whatever. And you're talking about the hoedown and the meat and all this stuff too. And you're talking about the Tritons. And so we talk about this stuff, marketing. And they're like, man, that's saved me a shitload of money. So, but it's good for the users because they make money and they're influencers and it all works together.
You
But
think I get
drones
a-
is a fucking cover up.
You think I get a belt? What is it again? A belt
belt
sander?
sander.
You think
Belt
I get a belt
sander.
sander on there?
Yeah.
User generated content. Thank you, Tammy.
I
was close.
I think the only thing I bought from there that was really legit was my standing desk, bro. And so
From where?
From TikTok.
From TikTok,
TikTok,
shop.
okay.
Yeah, it was like $40. I actually
Yeah.
really enjoy it. So
Yeah.
Need
So
that shit.
when you're at the computer, you're standing up, and
Yeah.
that keeps you from slouching and all that kind of stuff.
we're not gonna get into my health and shit,
Yeah.
but you know my
Dude, have you noticed
good
a
for
lot?
your
A lot of
health.
people are slouching and hunchback now.
yeah.
Oh,
Because they're
yes.
constantly,
It's
Yeah,
like
on
the
their
new
phones.
cough. You know what I mean? It's like,
The new cough.
The new
What do you
cough.
mean?
What do you mean?
You know,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like,
come on.
We're
What
talking
is
about
Samantha
slouching
talking
over here,
about
and this is like
now?
a new cough. Like this is a new illness. The
Yeah, well,
mystery
yeah.
illness.
Do we have to wear a
kind of.
mask?
Exactly. Well, you know how, like, basically, like, I guess that was a bad analogy. But everybody has
like the
back
new
problems,
smoking.
but I feel like a lot of it is just posture problems.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't have back problems, you have posture
I'm all
problems.
sitting up
because you
straight.
don't,
I know.
everyone's like, you know,
Everybody's
and then
sitting erect,
they're having
Right.
pain in their back. It's kind of like, I guess the cough was a bad analogy, but it's kind of like you have a cough, you don't know what it is, you blame this,
Yeah.
you blame this, you blame this, other than the fact that, hey, why don't you go wash your hands and take care of yourself and eat a vegetable?
It's like that
You know what I
Jamie
mean?
Foxx mystery illness he had.
Yeah.
That brain bleed to
That
his
wasn't
stroke, like-
mysterious. That was P. Diddy, wasn't it?
No.
I don't know.
See, you're listening to TikTok. You're listening to TikTok. See, Smith? You're listening
Don't listen
TikTok.
to me. Misinformation.
Yeah.
Misinformation. I'm only good for hula
Yeah,
hooping.
no.
That's,
Actually,
fake news.
Yeah, fake news. Yeah, that is some fake news. No, that's funny. Yeah, no. I'll tell you what, man. If you haven't seen that Jamie Foxx special that he has on Netflix, that is a emotional roller coaster, man.
Oh, it is.
And
Definitely
I need to watch
yeah,
it.
you need to watch it. If you haven't seen it, he does great. I don't think there's really. I mean, I guess in some ways there might be some other stand-up comedy of specials like that, but he showed all of his talents, man. And I think what I learned out of that was, man, he's so talented, man. I feel like I almost took advantage of not, if we would have lost him, we would have lost a great talented man. But he kicked some butt in every aspect of that stand-up.
JRock, let's think about this, man. So Jamie Foxx, he is uber talented.
Absolutely.
He's next level. So not very many individuals can do what he does. And at the highest level, he can sing, he can dance, he can host, and he's a stand-up comic. And he probably does other things as well. He's a great storyteller. He's just an entertainer,
Good
Yeah, I was
actor.
gonna say
Great
extraordinaire actor as well. So I can't think of many others. Maybe Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, let's
can
think
sing.
about that since we're in, as well, Samantha.
He
What
can
do you-
dance. He can act. He's
He's a
funny.
triple threat. They call those triple threats, don't they?
Yeah. Jamie Foxx is a quadruple threat. Or
Okay, so how's that? How is he a
Dude, he
quadruple
can
threat?
act.
Okay,
He
go
can
ahead.
sing.
Okay.
He can dance. He's a comedian. And what else did I say? That's quadruple. That's 4.
Yeah.
And he can probably do other things. But not very many. Maybe Jimmy Fallon
Well, he's a producer.
can do that. He's a producer. Jimmy Fallon can probably do that. I don't know.
I mean,
if-
Jimmy Fallon did write his own book.
He wrote his own book, so he's a
Yeah,
musician
yeah,
as
there
well.
you go,
Jimmy
there you
Fallon, so
go.
he's a host. He's funny. He's a stand-up comic, and I think Justin Timberlake, he's just not a stand-up comic, but he's in that same realm as those guys.
What'd you consider? Well, The Rock, right?
Well, The Rock.
He
yeah.
sings Moana. He acts.
Yeah.
Well,
He's saying
The Rock
Moana.
can't act. Let's keep it
dude,
real.
Watch your
Can't-
mouth, bro.
He can act, but I mean, he's not. I mean,
No,
well,
yeah,
shit.
you're right.
I'm not shitting on The Rock. The
Yeah.
Rock he's very, very talented. So I guess we can put The Rock in that as well. Now, he's not like Denzel or Jamie Foxx or anything, but The Rock can't act. He's
But-
obviously making shitload of money
Yeah.
in
Well, I
Hollywood.
mean,
just
once
did
his
that
wrestling
Christmas
career
movie.
went down,
Red One?
he took the acting to a whole new level.
Well, his first couple years of acting, he knows he went to shit. Because if you go look at his numbers,
Oh, yeah.
his movies sucked.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, So what is it? Singing, dancing, and acting. That's a triple threat.
And I would say hosting.
No, but like
Okay,
that's
okay,
that's what you consider, right? The triple threat. Is that what the triple threat is?
Sure. I think
Yeah.
hosting and being funny is just 2 additions.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, no, I think it's really cool though. But Jamie Foxx killed that thing, man. And I even sat back and was like, like I heard a lot of rumors on TikTok.
Samantha and her fake news.
I heard that he actually said that P Diddy did it to him. But again, like, there's a lot of shit. Even Will Smith went on stage a couple weeks ago.
Will
too,
Smith's another
saying-
one.
He's another one. Yeah. He said as well, like, y'all want to be putting these rumors out that, I'm doing whatever with P Diddy, but I'm not. Like, it's all just rumors and shit. But I hope that doesn't come backfire on him. So
I don't
it's
know. I
kinda
mean,
crazy.
this Diddy list is pretty hot.
It is, man.
I mean, it's throwing everybody under the bus. He's starting to sing like a canary.
You know what I'm shocked on is how come we haven't seen him in shackles and handcuffs and his orange suit in court. How come we haven't seen anything of that yet?
Too much money.
That's what
Yeah,
I was going to say. They
it's
probably can't. Who would even own the rights to be able to release those pictures?
They did it with everybody else.
Well, no, because what's her name with Jeffrey Epstein? They didn't do hers. All hers was like art,
Yeah.
color, right? Like they drew it, and that's what you got. Like
the drawings
the
of her in
drawings of her in
court.
court and stuff. You know what I mean? So there's probably some kind of like privacy act to it, to an extent that probably has to keep them from getting.
That's probably their lawyers. And so when you make a
Yeah.
certain amount of money, not only can you buy art, they're also going to make art of you when you go to jail.
I mean, basically,
Right.
It's
yeah.
art on art. It's like a Greek. I just taught this in my songwriting course this last Wednesday about this Greek literary, how they would describe things in writings, and that in itself would turn into a piece of art based off of art. So you have art on art. It's a whole. It's a big word. It starts with an E, but it's real.
It's real.
That is not fake news.
I was gonna say-
So if you left
That is
with
not
anything,
TikTok shit.
you're gonna go look it up on your phone. What's that Greek thing Samantha was talking about? Making art on art.
I was about to call for a fact check.
Yeah, no. Hey, somebody fact check for it. Somebody get that word for it. Somebody Google it. Somebody Google it right now who's got their phone. who's
Equestrian.
watching.
No, equestrian horses.
That's a horse.
I know it's horses.
It's a horse, or it's a horse rider, right?
Let's expand on that real quick. So you got LeBron James taking a leave of absence. Right.
Oh,
You got
man.
TD Jakes
That's
passing out on the
crazy shit,
freaking stage.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait, who passed out? I didn't hear this one.
TD Jakes, who was allegedly
I'm gonna look up who TD Jakes
involved with the P. Diddy stuff. Right? Allegedly, and this is just me just
More fake news.
yeah, I saw this on TikTok now.
TD Jakes.
Yeah. He's a preacher.
Oh, that guy.
So he had some kind of heart attack or stroke or some kind of episode on stage. So he gets hauled off. LeBron's taking a leave of absence. And who else? There's somebody else recently. Jay-Z.
Joe Biden.
Yeah.
Joe Biden. Where the hell has Joe Biden been? So that's a whole nother topic.
He's the one that's dealing with all the damn drones. He's the reason why. all
I've
that
never
shit's
seen a
happening.
dude quit so many damn times and just fall off the face of the earth.
It's crazy, bro.
But anyway,
I
that's
know a couple
that's-
Mexicans.
Yeah. But the leader of the free world shouldn't be quitting on people and, but that's
That's a difference.
that's a whole nother topic.
Yep.
That's funny, man.
So sports, man. Sports is life and music is life.
Yep.
There's a lot of comparisons and they collaborate together. So that's why when I was driving here, I was like, how can I incorporate both of these entities together? And we're kind of doing it right now because they're both life.
Oh yeah, they go hand in hand.
They're both culture and,
Well, you
and they're
honestly,
everything.
you can't have, you can't really have one without the other.
No.
I really.
Have you been to a sporting event that doesn't have music?
Yeah, that is true.
Or a music venue that's people aren't talking about sports in the
Or
crowd?
wearing jerseys.
Wearing jerseys.
Or where, even there you're there to celebrate something. Because, sometimes you'll be playing in venues where they also have football games going on. And so they'll plan it to where, like, all right, after the football game, the band plays,
Yeah.
The smart sports bars and venues do that,
Yeah.
They don't do it at the same time. But I love doing all kinds of things like that, or even hosting like the after parties for tailgates and things like that. You see a lot of bands playing at tailgates and things. So I feel like music and sports go definitely hand in hand, and not just the idea of it, but also the lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's not like we both practice. Musicians practice, athletes practice.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of work, and kind of like what you were talking about, like people banging on the doors, wanting to look in, practice. I don't how many times you're practicing, and then people start wanting to come and hang out. It's like, no, don't hang out and listen to me practice. So I feel like it's very much the worlds are very similar in the same way. And you see a lot of athletes and musicians dating, and I think it's because you have a lot of someone understands your world where there is no structure, where your structure is based off of the harder you practice, the more payoff you're going to get.
Right.
Especially if you're seen by the right people.
Right.
Yeah.
So like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Oh man, don't even get me started on them. Jesus.
So I won't get him started on this. All right. He just said don't get him started, so I won't get him
I
started.
didn't bring it
But
up.
Travis Kelce's having the worst damn season of his
Oh,
career.
he is, yeah.
So for those that own him on fantasy, Y'all suck.
Do you think it's
yeah,
because his
no.
brother's not there playing in the league?
No.
too?
His brother's never even been on the same team with him.
Oh, well, I know, but I thought
Polar
maybe
opposites
like,
there.
My brother doesn't affect what I do.
Yeah, that's
every
true.
day. I'll tell you
I'm
that
trying
right
to
now.
make excuses for him. Travis Kelce, I think you're cool.
I think Travis has the Kim Kardashian effect.
Yeah, he does.
Going on.
Oh
Yeah, he does.
shit,
Yeah, he
he's
does.
too in love right now. You think he's
Yeah.
gonna go downhill?
I don't even know if it's just the 2 in love thing, but I think it's just the whole he's surrounded by a lot of money. Just
Yeah.
with her, like
He's distracted.
Well,
man.
Yeah,
it's
he's
got to be a
distracted, yeah.
whole
I
media
mean-
circus, a
Oh.
whole different level of,
Yeah, oh, it is. It is.
Yeah.
The the Swifties, as they call them, were never fans of football, and all of a sudden she got with Travis Kelce, and the ratings for the Chiefs go through the roof.
Well, the
Like,
NFL loves that. Roger Goodell loves that.
Yeah, I mean the ratings for the NFL and in general, but more so for Kansas City, just went through the roof,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Man.
Everybody wants to play Kansas City now, including Jerry Jones, because it's going to boost his ratings. He would like to get Taylor Swift into one of those
Yeah.
box seats,
Shit, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right? Not to bring up old shit with the Cowboys sucking.
yeah,
But-
I mean anything to do with revenue and money, right? Yeah,
It's money.
it's a money grab,
Yeah.
right? That's where it's gonna go. But it's just like, dude, I get tired of seeing that, like
It's-
hearing
yeah.
about it and seeing it. I'm like, dude, just let's enjoy football. Like,
Yeah.
football's football.
And speaking of that too, Cyndi Lauper, man, I didn't know shit about Cyndi Lauper, right? WrestleMania 1,
Captain Lou Albano.
and you connect, WWE with music, and, pop culture,
Yeah.
Mr. T. So that's exactly what they're doing today. We're gonna see, you're gonna see Fluffy on Monday Night Raw, sitting on the side, but they're promoting his comedy show.
Are we allowed to say that yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been putting it out there. So he's December 7th. He has his special coming out on Netflix. So just a mixture of all these things. When you mix pop culture and music and all these things, I saw that young. So that's why I've always appreciated the mixture of music with anything. You know. So
Well, music, Snoop Dogg, right?
yeah.
Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg's a musician, gangster rapper,
and he was at the Olympics.
smoking weed, doing all this stuff.
Hell
He's
yeah.
being himself. That's his brand. The weed, just like Willie Nelson, right? But Snoop now
Yeah.
is engulfed with marketing. People want him. Now they're selling his likeness on Verizon.
Yeah.
He's on WWE.
He's got his own elf on the shelf.
Snoop
he
on a
does, yeah.
stoop.
Yeah.
So imagine that,
Like-
your kid, you're teaching your kid who Snoop Dogg is right now as a kid. Like, that's kind of cool, right? How relevant are you going to be for years? Your kid's going to be like, that dude used to sit on my Christmas tree or whatever. He used to, be the bad elf.
So let's think
Yeah.
about this. 25, 30 years ago, Snoop Dogg was a villain. Now he's a big teddy bear.
Oh,
I was
shit.
gonna
I
say
didn't
I
even
would
think
have
about
gotten in
that.
trouble for having one
Snoop
of
Dogg
his
can
CDs.
babysit my kids,
Yeah.
right? Pretty much. Just don't give them weed.
There's no give weed.
But,
I'll take it. I'm just
Or, no secondhand smoke, Snoop, please. But now he's angelic, just like Samantha Lynn, right? So how the tides have turned, and so we can go on a whole other topic of conversation with branding like that.
Yeah.
Whether he's a villain or smoking dope or elbowing Triple H on WWE, it doesn't.
Yeah.
He's
He's
Snoop
killing
Dogg,
it, man. He's killing it. Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Hey, so we've covered a lot today. We can go on for 2 or 3 hours. But let me ask you this, since we're on the subject of football, Super Bowl predictions.
Oh man.
I'll start with you.
Well, obviously we know it's Kansas City, right?
Well, I think Patrick Mahomes is hurt.
yeah, but it still goes with the record.
Well, he's got the refs.
Yeah, he's got exactly. He got the rest at that point, right? Unfortunately, as bad as it sounds, but I would like to see right now the come up or the revamp are the Lions from last
Yeah.
year to this year. The way they've carried themselves and what
That's
they've
what I'm
done.
going for.
Yeah, I can see the Lions go.
Yeah. I've never rooted for the Lions in my life, just like the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns and Lions, that would be a badass Super Bowl. The underdog Super Bowl, right? But yeah, I would like to see the Lions and maybe the Bills.
Yeah, Lions and Bills.
No
or-
Kansas City. I'm fucking tired of
Yeah.
seeing those guys.
I could see Lions and Bills. I can see Lions Ravens, something like that.
Yeah.
Be a badass matchup.
I think the
They,
Packers
they
might
usually
sneak up on them.
they usually say you can tell by the Super Bowl logo like what team is going to be in it.
Because the colors?
Because the colors.
What color we got this year?
I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention
What-
to.
yeah.
Silver, blue, and
Nah, hell no. The Cowboys ain't in there. Don't even bring that up.
Lions. It won't be the Bears because the Bears are who we thought they were.
Yeah.
You remember that?
The Bears are who we thought.
Yeah.
Super Bowl predictions, and you might say the Corpus Christi Tritons.
Yeah. Honestly, I haven't paid attention to football since Tom Brady left. I'll be 100% honest. I was not really a football fan. I was a Tom Brady fan, you know,
But why? Why Tom
because
Brady?
he's hot.
Okay, I just wanted you to
Yeah.
say it. I mean,
Because of the
can't-
blue eyes.
Well,
I can't say that.
honestly, he's what I like about him is that it doesn't matter how far down he is, it doesn't matter how much he's losing, he will come back and win it. And that's what, and I love people like that, or anyone who just like, where everyone thinks you're gonna lose, nobody wants you to win. That's what would blow my mind is people would not want him to win because he won so many times. And I feel like just even in the day-to-day life, people see people and they're like, oh, I don't want that person to win.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, it's...
He did
so I like
everything he
that.
could to win, right?
Yeah,
Even deflate the footballs, right?
Yeah. Hey, he can't help it. His hand's so big and strong. He can't help it. He's a big, strong boy. No, but so honestly, I don't know anything about football other than that, you know,
Tom Brady's going to win
Tom
it this
Brady
year.
doesn't play football anymore, so I don't really know anything. I guess I would. I don't know, man. My dad's a Chicago Bears fan, so maybe from my dad, I would hope that Chicago Bears
Nah,
play
you're not
football.
gonna-
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
ain't
not
gonna
gonna
keep-
happen. That's
you
like
can-
with the
you keep hoping.
Cowboys.
Yeah, I was
keep
about to say,
on-
you're right there with the Cowboys.
See,
Keep dreaming.
you see
keep
why
hoping.
I do music, guys?
Better-
I know
better
a lot
luck.
about
It's
music.
good.
Ask me anything about music.
I'm the opposite. You ask me about any type of music, sometimes I won't know what the hell you're talking about. so.
Yeah, I can name things off of records. I'll look at a record and be like, oh, well, that one's only worth this much because, well, you see, this was when the catalog got bought out and
Yeah.
reprinted, so this is an original printing.
Yeah.
And people are like, well, it's old, it's from the 70s. I'm like, yeah, but it
Yeah.
should, you know, the original's from the 60s. So
Yeah. I do want to say this about Tom Brady. The dude is a winner.
Yeah, he is.
Divorced, retired. He just got a multi-million-dollar contract to speak about the NFL as a commentator. He's very knowledgeable. You know,
Didn't you just buy ownership to the Raiders too?
yes.
yeah,
he's
that's what I was
a-
gonna say.
He's
Then
an
they're moving
owner.
to Las Vegas, right?
Maybe he can buy the Tritons one day. No. He's like, hell no. He's like, screw Tom Brady, that bastard. He ain't coming to get my team. He's, you know, it feels weird for me to say this, but he's a handsome dude. He's winning. He's winning at life no matter what you want to say, but the dude is a winner.
I mean, he
So-
won his roast.
Yeah, he
The
did.
Tom
He
Brady
won the
roast.
roast.
Oh,
He made
yeah.
more money off that
Yeah,
roast.
he did.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
became more relevant because
Yep.
non-football people were watching it.
Yeah.
And maybe Ben Affleck lost some viewers after that roast. I don't know if you saw the Ben Affleck debacle.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Oh, yeah,
was
that
horrible.
guy.
It was
But
horrible.
anyway, that's
What would somebody have to pay you to roast you like that?
dude. I want people to roast me like for free. I want to roast. I want to do it
we
over
will
at
be
the,
live tonight after the bar.
do it.
Roasting Johnny.
But just keep
Here
in
I go,
mind, I
please,
get to
please.
roast you back because I
Ah,
am the
damn.
I am the
You're the
last
Roasty,
roaster,
right?
Yeah, what do they call
and
it?
I get the last
roasting, right?
roast.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna remember all the shit you said, and I'm pretty quick witted, man.
Oh, I know you are.
I can make fun of
I'm around
people.
you a lot.
Although I mean, I say I lift people up and all this. I can fucking run you down in a roast. I'll come up with the
I've seen
craziest
Johnny
shit.
make people
and-
cry. No, I'm just
yeah,
joking.
yeah. So I'm licking my chops, waiting for
Just
somebody to
his
roast me.
words. Andre said that you're on a roll today, so that's exactly what I mean. You're quick-witted, so yeah.
What else we got here? Vikings.
Vikings.
Alejo said the Vikings are killing it.
Yeah, I think the I'm going for the Lions right now. So
Okay.
the Lions, and then Lions and Vikings are both NFCs, so we wouldn't see them in the Super Bowl, but that'd be a great NFC Championship game.
Yeah, it would be.
But I don't know. I really want to see the Lions succeed. That'd be great for them to get after it. So
Let's before we wrap it up here. New Year's resolutions. We got New Year's coming up. Shit, it doesn't even feel like Christmas. It's like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah, I know.
But New Year's resolutions, that's always a big thing. People talk about the gym. I'm gonna eat less, drink less, all this kind of thing. All right. What's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution. Ah, man, I wasn't expecting this question. I haven't even thought about it. I've been so busy still planning everything for this year. I haven't even thought about next year. I guess, I know what my New Year's resolution is. So for those of y'all who don't know, I was born in Germany.
Okay.
And they changed the law in Germany to where now I can get my citizenship. I can be a dual citizen. So my goal, my New Year's resolution, is to become a German citizen, a citizen of Germany as well.
So dual.
So yeah, I'll be a dual citizen. So I'm a United, and before it used to be like you had to choose between the two. So of course, U.S. citizen, but now that they've changed the law back in, I think, June or July, they changed their law in Germany to where now people who were born there, they can apply and they can get their citizenship. So that is my New Year's resolution, is to become another citizen of another great country.
Very cool. Let's hold that thought. Germany, German culture. Because what we talked about before the show, we're going to talk about that.
Oh,
here
we
real
were
quick.
talking about
Yes.
that, weren't we?
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Kevin Cecil, what's your New Year's resolution, sir?
I just have another year of being healthy, man. Honestly, with all the stress and all the stuff going on in today's society, if you just surround yourself with all that mentally, physically, like your health is depleting. Just with everything I got going on with the football stuff, with family, just being a law enforcement officer for the city of New Braunfels, just be healthy, man. Just have a world of health. Be surrounded by good people.
Yeah.
Just go from there. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Live your life to the fullest and don't be a dick.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm not telling you, but just people.
No,
just
people in
we're
general.
talking to you out there. You don't be a
It's
dick
like
next
it's like
year.
that Matthew McConaughey. You just gotta keep living, man.
Yeah.
L-I-V-I-N.
All right.
Gotta keep living, man.
Because there's too many people out there that are trying to bring others down. You kind of
Yeah.
alluded to it a little bit. If you see somebody winning, let them be. Figure out how they're winning, and maybe if you want to win a little bit more, maybe take on that formula, or maybe take on that
Just
mindset. and say,
pay attention, see what they're doing. Don't prey on somebody's downfall, because that's the biggest thing from it all, right? Like being kicked out of that other league, it's like we've been like they're preying on our downfall, and they weren't expecting us to get into the league we're in now. And a player said something on social media. So in the arena football world, if you're in one league and you sign to a team, right, and then you are the rights to that team, they hold your rights, and then you leave that team for another team in a different league and you sign to them, well, that team and that league can suspend you indefinitely. So if you get cut by a team in this league, you can't go back to that league and play as a player. Like, you're just out, right? That's just the way it works. Like, I understand that. I know that's how it works. And one of the players said that, and I was like, damn, did this team get in their feelings or whatever? Just like joking, right? Not poking the bear, not throwing jabs or anything, right? Well, then a certain individual within that ownership of that team decided to be a keyboard warrior and talk all kinds of smack on Facebook, right?
Oh,
and he's like, oh, you know what I'm alluding to, and I'm praying, I'm already getting ready for you to blame me for all your downfall, this, and I'm like, well, hold on, time out, Slick. So I tried calling him, right?
Yeah.
And went straight to voicemail. So I left him a voicemail. I told him, hey, man, I don't know what you got going on or what you're talking about, because I have no clue. Like, business was done. We're done and over with. But clearly you got some stuff on your chest. So go ahead and be a man, answer the phone, and talk to me, and let's talk. Like, don't be a keyboard warrior and be a female and do it over social media. Like, you got something to say, say it, right? Well, then I get a text saying, any direct communication with you has to go strictly through the league attorney. All right, I already know where this is going. Oh, okay, all right. I was like, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with it. So I let it go, right?
Yeah,
So I told my guys that. And then, of course, our league that we're in, my buddy, who's our team president, he got a phone call from Mr. Kurz. And basically he told him, hey, this rumor has it they're trying to do this. And I'm like, but how can they go do something if we never violated anything and they basically, quote unquote, kicked us out for league requirements? You know what I mean? There's so much dirt I have on like a couple of those individuals in that league with their teams and just how everything went like down. Dude, I could talk on it all day. I could air out their dirty laundry so bad. It's not even funny. Like, I have so much shit against them right now. I'm just like, you know what? Cosmic Karma's going to get you.
Yep.
And of course, when I say that, one of the teams, he was a good guy. He talked a lot. And I just told him, I was like, just be careful, man, because I'd hate to see you like not make it because of the way this league's going, right? Because he's up there in like the northeastern portion of the world. And sure enough, man, he had to basically sit there and say, hey, we got to cease operations because of finances. Like, I don't wish that upon anybody, right? Because that's just, you can't come back from that, man. Like, once you have that in a like financially issue and then you try to come back and do it again, all eyes are on you because, like, well, shit, you couldn't do it the first time because of finances, so what makes you think you can do it the second? Like, with us, it was never finances. It was just that league was impatient and they were doing a lot of shit that I called them out on, right? And they didn't like it. And then when I would ask them about a certain thing, they're like, well, it's never been this before. It's never been done before. It's not this. Well, no shit, Captain Obvious. That's why I'm asking you to give me a better answer, because you're entertaining something that's never been done before. But yet I'm like the guinea pig and I have to go and put my neck out there and try to figure this shit out. But because it's not on your time and it's not fast enough for you to, and it's not relevant for you, it's like I'm the eyesore now. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the guys in that league, man, they're all the good old boy system. They're all buddies. They've all played against each other at one point in time, played on the same, whatever, right? So
and you're the outsider.
Yeah, we're exactly right. I'm the outsider. I'm like the step-headed red child nobody wants, And so being with this new league that we're in, Mike Quarta up in Albany, who owns the Firebirds, great guy. He vouched for us heavily. John down in Orlando, who owns the Predators, vouched for us heavily. Jerry, the CEO, vouched for us heavily. So, just being in that kind of supportive group that, hey, you have the vision, you know what arena football takes, you know what to do, you're about the community. That's what we want. That's what we drive on, right?
Yep.
So I don't drive on negativity because you have people hating on you all the time, right? Just
No matter what you do, man.
no matter what you do, like being a musician, right?
Yeah.
People are going to hate on you. Being podcast producer and stuff, they're going to hate on you because it's like,
They're not doing it.
yeah, they're not doing it, right? They're like, oh, well, shit, just because they got this and they got this, they think they're all that and the other. No, like, just let it go. Like, if you want to learn, go out there and learn. Like, I got into the world because of my buddy Hector, right? He owned and founded the San Antonio Gunslingers. And we were working the rodeo, and, I got to meeting with him, and I got to talking with him, just shooting the shit. And, I asked him, I was like, hey, when are you going to give it up? When are you going to retire, right? And he's like, man, hopefully you go soon, this, that, and the other. I mean, he also has his Triple S manufacturer, so he's got a lot on his plate now because not only is he the uniform manufacturer for us, but he is it for the whole league now, and he is also doing the league store. So he's got a lot on his plate already. But, he was like, well, what do you want to do? Well, at the time, we were working in Bexar County, right? And I was like, well, shit, I want to do, like, team security because that time I worked a lot of the Spurs games. So I was like Spurs bench, Spurs tunnel, Lakers bench, Lakers, stuff like that when those teams came down.
Awesome.
So it was cool. That's what I wanted. I was like, man, I want to do that. That would be badass. And then, within a month, I talked to my wife about it, and she's like, oh, if you don't have to put any money in and just donate your time, just see what he wants, see what you want to do. I was like, all right. A month later, I go talk to Hector at the office, and at that point, he brought me on as a GM for a team that we're going to bring in Corpus under the Gunslingers umbrella.
Yeah.
Right? But within that short amount of time, dude, I picked up arena football like nobody's business. He even says it. He's like, dude, you picked it up so fast. Like, you can talk football, you can talk business. I wouldn't have to second guess one thing you're doing.
That's awesome.
Okay. And it's just the drive. If you have that drive, you have that passion. You got to be passionate about it, right? You can't just sit there and try to do something and then get pissed off because it doesn't work. Because that's what happened with me.
You can't fake passion, man.
No, you can't. You really can't. And that's what happened with me with the Triton stuff, right? Because I thought I knew what I was doing. I was all excited. I was like, hell yeah, I'm talking about it, trying to promote it. And I'm like, dude, what am I doing wrong? Like, I'm falling on my face. Like, I'm not, what the fuck? So I had to ask him, like, well, do you have an LLC? The fuck is an LLC? I don't know what that is, right? In business terms, right? I didn't know what that was.
Right.
So they had to tell me, like, no, you have to have this, you have to have this, you have to have this. I was like, these businesses, when they go in the sponsor, they want to look at your business EIN number, your entity number, right? They want to make sure you're legit, like you're following everything you need to follow by the state of Texas, so that way they don't have any kind of lawsuit action coming against them or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? So it's a lot like that you got to learn. And then, the production side of it with the arena, with bringing people on, make sure they fit for the organization. You usually want to bring people on just to bring on, and they just ride that coattail of, I'm with the organization, but they don't really do anything, right? So there's a lot. I mean, we added our buddy Tim Brandon. He's our CFO now, our chief financial officer, because that's what we needed. Like, our finances last year were all over the place. It's like we were making the money, and then the money was going quick, and we're like, where's it going? Like, why are we losing so much money? Like, we need to figure this out. We need to have a better structure of understanding what's coming in, where's it going, when does it need to go there, and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's just continuously building from the top all the way down. Yeah. It's just the way it works. It's just that pyramid.
It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
I
Man.
started with an accountant and a lawyer.
Yeah.
And I'd watched, and I had some really good mentors in my youth, and that was how I was able to build a record label, build my my record and vintage boutique pop up, and to do everything that I'm doing. Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You need smart people around you and smart financial people around you.
And one thing I wanted to touch on too, because he said his wife supported him, and people don't realize when you don't have that support, right, of your right hand person. If they don't even believe in you, it makes it hard for you to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
So having a partner that does support you, because I've had several partners, I've had quite a few, and they were not supportive. And passion is something that you cannot escape. I took like 6 years off of performing live because to appease a person that I was with, and it's not going to work because it's just what I do. I can't escape who I am. I've tried to, and I'm not good at it.
If you have one wrong person on your team, just one, especially your right-hand man or your right-hand gal, that'll deter you completely.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to miss so many opportunities and go down the wrong path. You're going to be stressed the fuck out, and you're not going to accomplish any goals at all.
Yeah.
So you're wasting your time if you're with the wrong person.
Yeah.
Or the wrong business partner
I think
or
it's
whoever.
awesome that he mentions her and brings it up and, you know what I mean, acknowledges
Yeah.
it. That's
My,
awesome.
wife is my biggest supporter, and then of course
That's
our
awesome.
7-year-old daughter, right? She's like, Dad, when is the season kicking off again? Can we go back down? I want to see the cheerleaders.
They
I
love
wanna
that.
do
Oh,
the-"
that's
yeah,
awesome.
and my daughter, she loved it. She loved being right there. She loved getting to see the players. I would make sure the players would be like fully dressed, and I was like, hey, my daughter's coming to say hi to y'all. Like, oh yeah, bring her in. So my little one gets to go in the locker room, see the players and stuff, and
She's influenced by that.
yeah,
Just
Yeah.
the team and
the kids love it,
organization.
man. The kids love it, and that's the biggest thing about arena football. It's about bringing families together and having fun. It's the excitement. It's the high scoring, fast paced game, the hard hits. Like you could be sitting right here and you could be talking, and a player goes over, you don't even know he's coming at you.
Yeah.
Like you got to pay attention.
It's also like very awesome that your daughter can see you in so many different ways. Like not only are you a police officer, but you're also, you know what I mean, you're a
Yeah.
franchise owner. It's like I feel like so many times people try to like, oh, I only do this, I only do that. Like you can be several people. Like I'm a musician, but I'm also a business owner. I'm also a mother. I'm also a community leader. I feel like I don't like it when people go, I only do this and that's all I do.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, you can have the way you make money doesn't define who you are. And I feel like a lot of people need to hear that. Whit Wright, he used to play with American Aquarium, and now he plays with Thomas Rhett. And he, one time over the phone, and that was the biggest, him telling me that changed my life. Because I guess for so many times, so many people say, oh, well, if you don't make your money purely by music, you're not really one of us. And I got that from a lot of people, a lot of my peers, to the point where I just, you know what, I'm not going to surround myself with any of y'all because that's not the mindset that I was taught. My mentor, he owned Cheatham Street Warehouse. He was a professor. He was also a musician in his own right. And he taught me that you are not just only this. You are all of these things. And here's how to, So, I mean, that was kind of my take on it, and how my daughters get to see me not only pursuing my passion, but also I make an honest living doing, doing things,
Right.
whether it's doing events or, marketing or even like a bartending or doing something like that. It's like the way you make your money doesn't define who you are, and passion just isn't something you can ever escape.
You guys are definitely game changers as well as JRock here. So one of the ways I describe myself whenever somebody says, so what do you do? First thing I say, whatever it takes. But other than that, I'm a dad, I'm a husband, I'm a leader, I'm an influencer, I'm a mentor, and I just happen to do podcasts. I just happen to sell real estate, and everything else falls after that. Because at any given moment, I can lose my ability to work as a realtor, work as a podcaster, but I'm always going to be a dad. I'm always going to be a husband. I'm always going to be an influencer because I got this a lot of experience that I can bestow on others with wisdom and personal experience and personal testimony. So that's what I value the most, being able to influence others and give it back, play it back for them as well. So yeah, good dialogue, good conversation. That's a whole segment that we can talk about. And what you were saying, Samantha, they're already judging you. If you're not making money or your primary source of income isn't through music, they're already judging you. And they're looking at you as like, oh, you ain't shit, pretty much, because you ain't one of us. They're already labeling you as an outsider. And it's hard to come back from that because they already have it in their mind that you're stuck in this pigeonhole.
Or because I did real estate for 10 years, and I was even got to where I had a team, and I was like a little broker and all that.
Yeah.
And I took all my skill set from real estate, and then when I called my lawyer and I started my record label, it was, people don't realize, the people are like, how are you able to do all this? How do you know how to do this? Well, for 10 years, I was a realtor, and I learned a lot about business.
Yeah.
And
You're running your own business. As a
yeah,
realtor.
I did. And so I basically took that entire skill set and just applied it somewhere else, to where now I don't do real estate. You know what I mean? Is it something I can do? Yes, but it's not like it's something who defined who I
Right.
was, you
Right,
know?
right.
So I don't know.
So very cool. So we are up in the Christmas season. It's a week away.
Yes.
What are we today? The 19th? What are we?
Yeah, the 18th.
18th.
18th. So in 7 days, it's going to be Christmas, right? So next Wednesday as well. So it's going to be hump day,
It's a big day today, bro.
and it's going to be Christmas Day. All right. So you said German culture, and we kind of talked about it because this is kind of a current event around here, right? And then we talked about The Rock, and we talked about Germany, and he's got the new movie called Red One Out. And there was an event here, not only in New Braunfels, but in San Antonio recently called the Corpus Christmas or something to that effect.
Yes.
Right? And people are freaking pissed off about it. So my mindset is this. If they want to do something, just do it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, you're not killing anybody, especially this as a police officer, right? You're not committing any crimes, it's not illegal, then let them be. Because everybody celebrates things differently, right? Some people like the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys suck, but I'm not going to judge you because you like the Cowboys, right? And that doesn't affect me in any way. Hey, feel free, go love the Cowboys, go love the Eagles, whoever.
Yeah.
But the same thing goes in this Krampus thing. So I'm not into the Krampus. I was raised as a Catholic, and now I'm, Christian faith, and I don't go to church religiously like I should, but I do believe, and I go maybe once a month or go whenever I can, whenever I'm not sleeping in on a Sunday, all right? Because there's sometimes I have too many drinks on a Saturday night, and I don't wake up when I need to, and that's my thing. But there's this parade going on where people are wearing horns and masks, and it looks kind of anti Christmassy, right? And so you kind of mentioned it earlier, so I'm gonna kind of let you talk about it a little bit. So it is a German culture. Krampus it's Christmas, but it's just celebrated in a different way. Is that pretty accurate? Or it's not really Christmas?
I can clear that up for you.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So
So
this is okay. Clear it up, JRock.
Okay, so
That's our fact
Krampus is
checker.
horned, a dark-haired figure from Central and Eastern Alpine folklore who is associated with Christmas. So on the evening of December 5th, Krampus and St. Nicholas visit children. St. Nicholas gives gifts to good children, while Krampus punishes bad children with birch rods, coal, or by eating them or taking them to hell. So there's a couple different things too. A festival where people are dressed as Krampus parade through the streets, scaring and sometimes chasing spectators. The festivals often involves alcohol. And the popularity, yeah.
Isn't that like every festival?
Right? Right? Yeah, you're right about that, right? And then they also said the popularity is Krampus has become increasingly popular in recent times with his own comic book, series, parties, and even a movie. So the origin legend says that Krampus is the son of hell, the Norse god of the underworld. His name may come from the Italian word grandpa, which means claw. So other features is Krampus is said to carry chains, bells, and a basket to capture bad children. He may also lash his chains and bells as he enters towns. So there's just kind of like what the definition.
That's kind of
that
scary.
could be.
But I think so. You said it's German, kind of. Do they
Yeah.
practice that in Germany?
I'm not sure, but I thought it was part of the.
That's fake news.
culturally-
Fake
yeah,
news again.
Fake news again.
Because I keep looking at you and say,
Yeah,
you're like, why is he looking
I
at
was
me
just
for?
Born there. Let me clear this up. I was born in Germany. I know nothing about Krampus. Okay.
So people are literally doing these events.
Yeah.
So this is of an event that happened in San Antonio.
Yeah, it's new.
Okay, it's
I don't think the premise is new, but it's new in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
every time they do something like this, though, they have to go through the city and get a permit or like have to get approved
Yeah.
to do it. It's like what we do here in New Braunfels, right? Like when we
Yeah.
do Wassel Fest,
Renaissance-
and the
the Renaissance
all
fair
kinds of stuff,
show.
right?
You
It has
get
to
everything.
be. Yeah, it's got to go.
everything.
It has to go through the city, right? But if you don't like this kind of stuff and you want to feel opposed to, protesting against it, we'll go to the city. But the city's going to turn you away anyways, turn a blind eye because if it's going to make them money, they're going to do it.
Dude,
You know
it's
what I mean?
like going.
I think it's like a scary movie, like when they make
Yeah.
a scary movie about Christmas, like
Well, it's like the 13th floor. Like it's a haunted house in a sense, right? So when it's Halloween and you
Touche.
go downtown,
Touche.
right, you're gonna have those actors that are gonna go after you. So what's the difference between a Christmas,
yeah, just don't bring your kids.
satanic, I guess, festival towards Halloween when it's damn near the same thing? It's only because they're dressed up as a furry individual versus. More of a scary thing, and they're gonna go after you, scream at you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
For like 3 seconds in my head, I'm trying to figure out this event, and I'm just like laughing in my head. Like,
So
you see these rockers like
you can look it up
dressed
too.
as Krampus.
So or I can look at it with like this analogy here. It's like having an Iron Maiden or Metallica concert at the Alamo Dome.
yeah.
And you're gonna
Yeah.
have all these rockers going with their shirts, long hair, smoking weed, doing all this stuff. Then just don't go to the damn Alamo Dome area.
Yeah.
Let them be.
That's true.
They're gonna be celebrating.
It's
Metallica.
like that other one that they have in that they do every year. It's that that demonic circus one, whatever it's called. That scary circus that they usually do it out of a parking lot somewhere.
I know what you're talking. I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah,
either.
it's kind of like that too,
Yeah.
right? So if you don't like that kind of stuff, well, don't go to it.
I mean, it's
right?
like it's almost like too like it's almost like 420, bro. Like how many events are ran with 420, and you know they're gonna
Or
be
Bob
smoking.
Marley and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
Bob Marley.
and
Like just stay away
they're
from it,
taking
man.
over Peace Park.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there's TikTok and people be talking shit about all this. But I think it's cool.
Just like
I think
having
it's
something
cool.
to complain about. I feel like some people just like to. They just like
Too much time on their hands.
I grew up with The Undertaker. This shit's cool. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I think if you're going to celebrate culture, you can't pick and choose culture. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
that's kind of like the whole. We can't pick and choose and cherry pick what we want to celebrate. You know what I mean? I think everybody's got to have their space. If we're gonna have a Santa crawl, then we got to have a Krampus crawl. You know what I mean? If
As
there's
long as it's not illegal.
angels, there's demons. If there's
Yeah.
good, there's bad. It's
I mean, you're gonna cry about that, but you're not gonna cry about the pub crawl that they have every year, right?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
your basic, it's all alcohol induced, right? You're
Yeah.
going
Hey,
from
there's a
one
couple
to-
guys out there that look like Krampus. I'm just saying.
Crazy what alcohol can do to you,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It gets a little scary sometimes. So.
Yeah, I think we know. I think we've had some of them in the studio.
Oh yeah, right.
I'm not gonna call it any names, but yeah, we got some Krampus people.
I'm gonna let you say the names
No,
of
no.
anything.
Hey, bless your heart. So Kevin, Cecil, Samantha Lynn, it's been an honor and pleasure having you guys. It's been too long since we've had you, but we've kept in communication. You guys are doing amazing things in the community. You got your event 21 December,
Yes.
and then you got your
We kick-
2025 season.
We kick off March 16th, 2025. That'll be a Sunday night game.
You always start
Awesome.
around the same time. It looks like,
Yeah.
right? I
Yep.
love that, man.
Yep.
March 6th. I love that March. I love March as a month, by the way. I usually have good weather on that time.
That's
so.
right around
You need to
St.
come down
Patrick's.
for that home opener, man.
Let's do it, Johnny. Can we do it? Let's
Dude,
go, man.
so this is one of my things. I always
go.
wanted to be like the ESPN set. You got Stephen A. and you got Sterling Sharp or whoever these guys are sitting on the field talking about the game. That would be pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
To be sitting there. I can be like Stephen A. Smith say, the Titans are coming. Titans, this owner, they got a badass owner. Kevin Cecil, this guy, and just be commentating the game or the pregame or whatever. I think
'cause,
that'll be pretty damn
like,
cool.
If y'all come, let's just say you guys do come down that Sunday, right? And
Okay.
you guys come down, you guys are in early, right?
Yeah.
I can get you basically a pass to come in earlier than everybody else. So
Yeah.
you can kind of
We'll be
get
able to do that?
the VIP
Hell yeah.
scene. Like, hey, you see the players come in. Hell, you can even come in when we're looking at the field, fixing stuff up, getting the real inside the scoop, VIP behind the closed doors. Hey, this is what they do every day.
Yeah, that'd be
every
cool,
game
man.
they come, they inspect the field, make sure the dasher pads are up, the field goals are hoisted up. In this one, it's going to be different, right? Because last season we just had the regular field goal. This year we're going to have rebound kicking nets, so it's going to be this big monstrosity of your field goals like this, but you got the nets on each
the
side,
outsides,
right?
yeah.
So
Oh, that's
you'll get to
awesome.
see all that, right? And then you get to see when the players walk in, you'll get to see when the away team comes in, and when they start warming their stuff up. Just get that
That'd be great,
inside,
bro.
that behind closed door, VIP feel.
Yeah.
Can
Hell
I get
yeah.
that kind of
Stuff
look?
that nobody else gets.
Yeah, it's just what we see every game, and then these guys are playing music in their locker room, getting hyped. They're getting taped up by
Oh, yeah.
the training room, who's coming back this year. There all kinds of stuff, man.
Do you have a social media guy? Y'all got somebody
Man, we just run it ourselves.
Really?
Yeah. So we have our game day operations. Michaela, she does the social media on X and TikTok.
Okay.
I kind of run Facebook and Instagram, but it's just too much, man. We
It
have
is
other
a lot,
stuff.
man.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know,
Yeah.
it's way too much when we have
Yeah.
a lot of stuff going on behind closed doors. So when my buddy posts something on Tritons Arena Football, the Facebook page, player announcements, I have to go and then put it to Instagram, right? And then from there, at least with Instagram, it's tied into the thread, so it does it there. But then I have to give it to Michaela, and then she'll go put it on X, right? Because with this league, any social media platform we have,
Everything's gold,
It's
man.
all and this league literally shares your stuff, likes your stuff. They want to be in the know, right? So when you
that's
ask me about the podcast, I'm like, yeah, I just got to let them know. They don't care that I do it.
Yeah.
They just want to know,
just
right?
wanna know.
They don't want to be surprised by it.
That'd be pretty cool to do a podcast there on the field area. Well, you can't really do it on the field area, but somewhere in a box or something. I'm sure there's some kind
sure
of
we
area
could do
where we
it
can.
on.
Yeah,
we're-
sure.
I'm sure we can do the field.
You can do like
can
a
do the field.
podcast
We-
on
before.
the field. Yeah, while the guys are players are coming in or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Just- yeah.
and have them come
Yeah.
sit on. Hey, this
Yeah.
is whoever. dude, how are you getting ready for the game? What's your mindset at
Yeah.
right now? And this
We
and
have
that.
we have a couple players down there right now. One of them, he's actually a Rocks discount athlete, Chase Alasakis. He's
Okay.
our linebacker. Everybody loves him, right? We have Josiah King, who's a running back. I know he's going to be doing some kind of event this weekend, so I got to follow up with the league on that one. And then we have Rob Fuentes, who's coming back down, lives here in San Antonio, but comes down. A lot of people. So we have a lot of returning players that people know from last year. They're all hyped about, right? And these guys are energetic on the field. They will level people. Like our helmets, I have to get them refurbished because a couple of our helmets are just like to no end. Like you can't save them just trying to scuff off the paint and stuff. But it's returning players that the fans like, and then of course they're gonna pick their player that they're going to follow every game. And then you can tell what player has the most fan following because of the fan interaction they have. Like they have the big ass circle around them, people trying to get pictures, autographs,
that's
stuff like
awesome.
that. You know what I mean? So it's great. Like you guys have to really come down for one of the games, like to check it out.
Yeah, we got to, man. No,
Oh, yeah.
I would love to. I would love to. I feel pissed, and I mean I'm pissed, and I feel horrible that we didn't make it last year. So we got to make it.
Yeah.
So March 16th, man, we got to put it on the calendar. That's for damn sure.
Is that St. Patty's Day?
When is St. Patrick's Day?
17th.
The 17th?
So yeah, so that's the 16th, right? I mean that's a Sunday, correct?
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Yeah. So then.
So usually, typically, Sunday games for us are going to be early, like 3 o'clock games. But because the league has that Vice TV deal, they want their games to be 6, 7, or 8 o'clock Eastern time. So we may kick off at like 5, no later than 6 our time,
Gotcha.
Central time.
No, that'd be good.
Oh yeah, brother.
That'd be good. We can make that happen. That'd be pretty awesome, man.
No.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
It's been pretty badass having you guys here. Just conversation,
yeah.
just shooting the poop, man.
Yeah.
That's what we do, and we're
Shooting
gonna
the poop.
yeah, we're gonna be doing some of these from time to time.
Yep.
Whenever we have some cool current events and things going on. We didn't even talk about Luigi Mangione,
We didn't.
the guy that shot the healthcare CEO, but we're not gonna
Oh
get into
my
that because then
gosh.
we'll be here another
That's
hour.
a whole nother
Yeah,
segment.
but that's
We'll
a
be here
whole
another
other
hour.
segment.
Yeah.
And I know some of these people, they should be getting back to work already. I know we got some
Yeah, right.
yeah. But hey, but they can be
Yeah.
anywhere in the world, but they're here
right
with
here.
us.
That's right.
And you guys are here with us, and we're very thankful for that. We're thankful for all our viewers, all the support you guys have been showing us a lot of love. We grow because of you, because of your love, your support, and we're going to continue putting out great content. We have a
Yeah.
lot of great ideas, a lot of great people that are putting things in our ear like, hey, let's collaborate, let's do this, let's do that. So we have CollabSpace Studios, and we got all the equipment to make shit happen.
Yeah.
So if you guys have ideas, reach out to us. If you guys want to collaborate, reach out to us. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, create your own podcast platform, connect with one of our connections that you guys have seen on the podcast before, reach out to us. We can definitely connect you.
Oh, yeah.
You guys keep leveling up. And before I say goodbye,
Yeah, I gotta say
where can we
something, too.
find you?
Samantha Lynn on Instagram. Also follow my record label, Ripe Honey Records, on Instagram or on Facebook, and my website, songwritersamantha.com. We've got a bunch of shows coming up next year. Some things we're putting together for South by, and more tours and single releases. I'm going to start rolling out more of the music because I've been kind of just holding on to it and haven't really been pushing
Let it out,
So
girl.
It's
Let it
time. It's time that the London Bridge studio, we crack it open and we start
Let's go.
getting all this music out. So the 31st, we're going to do a single release at Meridian. We got December 21st. I'm going to play the album at the Christmas party for
There you go.
everyone. And then we got shows at Hole in the Wall, Cheatham Street Warehouse on the 21st of February. So got a lot of things in the books.
You can't be wearing a jacket like that and holding that music bag. So
No.
you know what I mean? You gotta let it
yeah,
out.
exactly.
And no slouching.
No slouching. It's
Keep
the
your
new
back
cough.
What about you, Kevin? Where can we find you?
You can find the football team on Tritons Arena Football on Facebook.
Okay.
We have that Facebook page. You are going to see an actual profile called the Corpus Christi Tritons. We're not on that as much as we are as Tritons Arena Football.
Nice.
You can find Tritons Arena Football on Instagram as well. I believe on TikTok it is CC Tritons. You can also go to our website, tritonsarenafootball.com. We do have a fan shop now, so if you click that link, it'll take you to our fan shop, so you
Nice.
can see our merch and stuff that we have. Obviously, I said my buddy Hector, he is the shop manufacturer guy now for the league. So if you go to it, it's called af1shop.com. You'll actually see the hoodies that he's got out there for all the teams, Albany to Orlando, us, Wilkes-Barre, Salina, all them. So Just social media, man. That's where you can find us primarily for the
I
team
did
stuff.
tag y'all in the chat as well. So
Yeah.
people that are watching on Facebook at least right now, you can go ahead and check that out. So
JRock, you got anything?
yeah, I do, man. Hey, people that are out there, man, we had a crazy week. Like I said, if y'all didn't catch the beginning of the podcast, man, me and John are just so blessed, man, to build relationships. That's the biggest thing that we talked about the other day. And Johnny's been preaching to me for as long as I've known him. Relationships are very important, and because of that, we were able to again collab with Gabriel Iglesias, known as Fluffy, and to even be with Chancla Academy, man. God's doing things for us, and I think that's where we just got to keep following, believing. And man, everybody out there, if you have a dream, if there's something you want to do in life, I remember just having lives with my phone and just me, and now I'm sitting here in the studio with top of line equipment and getting my face out there in our podcast out there for y'all to bring you entertainment. So whatever it is that you want to do in life, man, get out there, do it, bust ass just like everybody else that's in this room with me right now, man, kicking ass and doing great things. So with that being said, it is Mr. Stone Cold Steve Austin's birthday today. And so make sure you grab 2 brews or 2 of beverages, slam them together, and have a great day for Stone Cold. But overall, man,
What?
I'm excited. Yeah, hell yeah. Beer, what? Vodka, what? Breakfast shot, what? Hell yeah. So, but yeah, man, I'm just excited riding on this ride. And guys, follow my Instagram, our Instagram, Social Plug Media's Instagram. My Instagram is just Castillo 03. Follow our Instagram. We're trying to build up our Instagram a little bit more, and I'm excited for what's coming up next. So, hell yeah.
Hell yeah, everybody. You are now unplugged from the Social Plug Media Shoot the Shit session. Happy Hump Day. Get out there and hump, and we will talk to you soon. Merry Christmas, everybody.